Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Living with Simply Mercy B. We are definitely in fall season. As I started to prepare my coffee this morning, it instantly put me in the mood for some fall flavors. I had all the ingredients available to make a pumpkin loaf with a crunchy topping. So if you are a pumpkin lover, go ahead and grab your pen and paper and get ready to jot down these very easy ingredients. And I promise you, you're going to enjoy this very moist pumpkin loaf. Let's get into it. You want to start with room temperature butter, and I'm going to go ahead and cream that just a little bit. And I'm using my stand mixer today. Go ahead and add your packed brown sugar and your white granulated sugar. And we're going to cream this until it's nice and fluffy. To get a fluffy consistency, the process will take 5 to 7 minutes. And your finished results should look just like this. Add your room temperature eggs one at a time, and you want to beat well after each egg. We have our eggs well incorporated. Now we're going to give our bowl a good scrape down. And now it's time to spice things up. We have pumpkin pie spice. And you have all the components inside of this pumpkin pie spice. You have your nutmeg, you have your cinnamon, you have your cloves, your allspice. So you don't have to measure a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. It's all in this spice. We're going to give it a good mix before we start adding more flavors. Next, we're going to add some good vanilla extract. And this is my homemade bourbon vanilla extract. I made this earlier this year. And if you would like to know how I made my vanilla extract, I'm going to link a card right here so that you can check out how I made my homemade vanilla extract. Also, we're going to use some vanilla bean extract. So we're going to get those right in there and we're going to get those mixed in. Just layering those flavors. We're going to go ahead and prepare our dry ingredients. I have my flour, and then I'm going to add my salt and my baking soda to my flour. And I'm going to use my whisk, and we're going to whisk these together. Now you can use a sifter, but I like using a whisk. It works very well, and I do this all the time. We have our dry ingredients all whisked together, and we have our buttermilk. And now we're just going to alternate the two. We're going to start with flour and we're going to end with flour. And you want to mix this just until your flour has started to disappear. Add your buttermilk and you're going to repeat this about 3 times, but we're going to end with flour. Please do not overmix. We have our flour and our buttermilk mixed in. Now we're going to finish this up by hand. We're just going to stir it in just until our flour is well incorporated into the batter. Such a beautiful batter. Now, if you do not like a pumpkin puree or whatever, you can stop here and go ahead and bake it and have you just a pumpkin spice cake. But I'm going to add this beautiful pumpkin puree to mine. It just screams fall. So we're just going to get this all folded into our batter. Be nice and gentle with this. Guys, it smells so good. You're going to really enjoy this bread. It's the perfect little slice of bread to have with a cup of coffee, in my opinion. Look at that beautiful batter. You can almost just eat it by the spoonful here, but we're not going to do that. Now we're just going to coat our loaf pans with some baking spray, and we're ready to equally distribute this batter into the 2 loaf pans. And how I get mine in, I use my spoon and I count. And as I'm editing this video, I find myself counting. But anyway, you just want to make sure you want to equally distribute those into your loaf pans. Y'all, this batter is so beautiful. And yes, it tastes so good. Please give this recipe a try. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, because you're going to really like it. Like really. And no, I am not going to leave all this batter behind in my bowl. I'm going to use my spatula and I'm going to get every bit of it out of there. No batter left behind. We have our batter equally distributed between the 2 loaves, and now we're just going to add some terminator sugar on top. Guys, this is completely optional. You do not have to add the terminator sugar on top. I just like the nice little crunch that it gives to my loaf. However, you can choose to add a glaze or some type of icing to the top of it, but I just want a simple bread to have with a cup of coffee, and this is just perfect for me. So you just can sprinkle as much as you like on top of your loaf. You're going to have a nice crunchy top. And we're going to get these into a 325 degrees oven, and we're going to bake these for about 55 to 60 minutes. Guys, it has been 55 minutes and our loaves are ready. Look how beautiful they are. They are so beautiful, guys. And it smells so wonderful in my home. It just puts you in a whole different mood. Now we're just going to test these out with our wooden skewer here. And I like to test it out in several different areas to make sure it's done. And it's all done. Take a look at that. Now we're going to set these to the side and we're going to let these cool for a bit. Our bread has been cooling for about 45 minutes. And now it's time to flip them out. Came out nice and clean. And we're just going to flip those over. Guys, take a look at that. That is so beautiful. Now I usually let mine sit in the pan when I'm using a loaf pan. I wouldn't dare do this if I was using a butt pan. I feel like it would be a disaster. But I don't worry about the loaf pans. And they come out so beautiful. Guys, this would be the perfect easy bread to do for your holiday gatherings because many of us do Friendsgiving before Thanksgiving, and this is the perfect little bread to put together. And you can make this a couple of days ahead of time. I certainly hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you find it informative. Leave me some comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Happy holidays.